What's going on, everyone? This is Matt, Squeaky Clean Air. Today, we are going to be actually changing my LED setup on the Golf. The LED strips look okay. They're not too bad, but I think I want something a little bit more powerful. And yes, you guys guessed it. I'm going to be putting rock lights in the trunk. So stay tuned. All right, so we're back to this kit again. I love these things. Probably the best bang for the buck in terms of brightness, in terms of lights. Can't go wrong. They've updated the design actually. And I think the LED chips are even a lot more brighter than what they were before. It's pretty crazy, but I can't wait to install these. This kit was the one that I posted when I was doing the Civic trunk install. And definitely you guys should get this one from Amazon. Best bang for the buck in terms of brightness and control and everything like that. It's going to be pretty easy to install now that I've wired it up using a relay from the previous videos that I just recently did. All this is going to require actually really is just a positive and negative, which I have with the spade connector on my existing setup that's connected to the relay. This does not have or require a USB converter. This is a direct power connection, but of course we have the beauty of having the relay, which would mean that it's not connected directly to my battery. It's only basically on a relayed switch, which will only give power once you have a keyed engine source, and it won't prematurely turn itself on or anything like that, where a lot of these sort of control units have a tendency, as we've discussed in the previous video, when I was adding the LEDs to my hardline setup. So it's going to go through a fused connection, and we're gonna install it. So these I bought a 4 rock light kit because these 2 are gonna go on the front, and 2 other ones are gonna go behind the tank to sort of give me like mood lighting. But without further ado, stay tuned, and let me show you guys where they're gonna be mounted in the GTI. All right, so I kind of pulled it up because I'm going to be changing things up. So as I've mentioned in the previous video, I'm probably going to put one rock light over here. And the reason why I want to do that is because it's going to shine sort of at this angle. It's going to shine directly and create a nice ambience on the actual tank here. I'm going to put another one here on this side where it's going to sort of point out. So then right away, the whole sort of setup is going to be lit. I like that right away from right off the bat. So 2 is going to be probably enough and powerful enough to sort of create a crazy, crazy brightness. The 4 pod rock light kit comes with white light, which is super bright, as well as a multiple of 7 color lights as well that you could program to respond to sound or anything like that. So that will make it awesome. And then what I'm going to do, the 2 remaining lights, I'm going to put sort of one over there behind the tank, and one over here behind the tank with a dual tape self-adhesive. So that way I'm going to have basically the whole trunk lit. It's going to be a party in here. So front 2 lights and then 2 back lights for mood lighting. I can't wait. I think this thing is going to be insane. From my experience with running with rock lights, doing it in my Lexus GS and doing a hardline setup in my Civic, this is going to be lit for sure. So all right, so I'm going to go take you guys to the back and show you how I'm going to connect it. All right, so never mind the mess. It's still pretty clean for what it is, but it's a little bit messy. But anyways, so here is the conversion controller that I did, and it's grounded here to one ground connection, and it's got another spade connection for the positive wire. So connecting up the new control unit for the rock light is going to be as simple as putting a reverse spade. Obviously they're different ones, so I don't intertwine them, right? Putting a male here and a female here, connecting it up, and bang, there's where my source is going to go. I will eliminate this USB, obviously, because it no longer will be needed to power these LED strips. Not too bad for the LED strips, but as I said, I'm pretty crazy when it comes to mood lighting and having a bright sort of a lit trunk setup, especially when you go to events. So these LED strips are just not going to do it. They're probably going to be okay for someone who's looking to add a little bit of like an LED light, but not for me. So these are going to be completely taken out. It's going to be disconnected from here. We're going to connect up the new controller system. We're going to put one pod over here, sort of like, I would say probably angling, one pod over here, probably angling, rock light, I mean, angling down so I can light up the floor, and then one sort of in a similar distance on the other side. So at least the whole back is going to be lit. And then as you guys can see, those corners over here is where I'm going to have the other lock lights for the front. The rock light cables are very easy, can just be tucked in underneath here, underneath this trim. And that's probably going to make it very simple to sort of run it. I'm going to use double-sided Velcro to attach it here to the carpet, or double-sided tape. And I'm going to run the wire right behind here, behind the trim, all the way up to here behind there, so it's nice and clean, into the control unit that's going to be wired into my existing relay. So nothing to it, not really crazy. Stay tuned for the next video, and I'm going to show you guys the rock lights mounted up. And then we're going to do another video showing how it's all lit at night. And I can't wait for that, because usually the reveals are the most exciting parts of my videos. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, so I don't believe in throwing things away. So I figured I'm going to take the LED, and I lit up my garage with it. So why not? The adhesive was still sticky. Not too bad. I run it underneath my cabinets. Why not, right? Why throw it away if the strip is okay? So I ended up reusing the strip, and kind of just sticking it up down here, running it up to a USB connector that I have, like a charger, whatever the hell that is. And yeah, we got some disco lights in the garage. So, okay, well, why not? So it's not a complete loss. I was able to kind of use it up and incorporate it into my garage setup. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, sounds cool, but that's not too bad. Yeah. All right, but without further ado, let's mount up the rock lights and show you guys how I mount them. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two for now. I'm going to attach the sticky part, or not the fuzzy part, but the sticky part to the back of them, because the carpet inside the GTI is obviously the fuzzy stuff. And I'm going to mount up these facing the tank and run the wires to the back. So let's get that going right now. Okay, so nice and discreet. Double-sided tape, Velcro. And then hid the wire underneath the trim all the way to the back. And then it mates over here, just through the seats, and there's one connector here. I know it's a pretty long wire, but they're nice and clean, so it's not too bad. So there's one connector here. I put the other ones with double-sided tape behind the tank, and then here's the other connector to connect to the main brain. Same thing on this side. There's one there, and then there's one there in the corner. Same idea. Hid the wire behind the trim, coming out here. It's going to connect to the brain. You have the two spade connectors, which is the positive, which this one happens to be the male, and this one happens to be the female, which we're going to attach to the brain right now, and connect everything up, put it together, clean up this wiring over here, put the seats back, and turn it on, see how it looks. So over here, this was the original USB converter, which would be converting my 12-volt source into one of these USB connectors. In this case, I don't need it because this is direct wired. I'm still running a relay, as I mentioned before, because I want the protection for it to be switched with my key. But this one does not require a converter, because this control unit over here, wireless control unit with an app. This is app controlled. It's not controlled with a remote control. It's app remote, fully remotely controlled with an app. But this is where the individual rock lights connect up into the brain. So what we're going to do is we're going to put which one is this? This is a male. We're going to put the male onto the ground, as what that was. And then we're going to crimp the female one on to the positive. You want to do them different, so then that way you don't mix and match the wires or the connectors into the main supply power from the relay. So I'm going to do that right now. Connect up and turn it on, see how it looks. All right, so I guess this is the big reveal. It's nice and dark outside. I finally managed to get some darkness in the garage, obviously, because it's night right now. Let's see how this thing will look like. So this is the crazy reveal. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Oh my God. 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 What? So this is what I'm talking about. This is what happens when you when you do the pot lights. It's just such an insane amount of mood lighting, and I love it. I love how bright they are, and just you will never be able to sort of get this kind of a feeling or this kind of an emotion. Obviously, when you're doing the strips, um, I should have known better. You know what I mean? The strips are okay if you kind of want to do like a little bit of like a background lighting, something like that. But if you want to do like a fully lit trunk, it's just you cannot beat, the brightness of the rock lights, just the flexibility, and I got two going behind the tank, so it's got sort of like a nice mood behind it, and I have two on the sides as I demonstrated previously, and I just love the effect. It's such a crazy looking effect, so I highly recommend it, guys. So I'm gonna cycle through the different colors. And I'm gonna put on like a cycling effect, and guys, enjoy. Yeah, so here is a preset that's cycling through all the colors. I guess that's white. It's like a yellowish. It's like a pinkish. It's a 7 color rock light setup. And unfortunately, it doesn't do a different cycle for the individual lights. I guess maybe it does. I haven't really found out. I think there's like 200, 300 different combinations, but it reacts to the sound, and this is just insane. It really adds a lot more to the whole visual, sort of audio visual disco effect of the whole trunk setup. Can't be beat. So I love it. I love how it all turned out, and this is just the icing on the cake. So I hope you guys enjoy, and on to the next one. I have a lot more videos in store for you. So thank you very much for everyone subscribing and following what we're doing. I always keep changing things up and making new things. So stay tuned, and much appreciate your likes. Thank you very much for everything. All the best.